Hi, first graders. My name is Shelby and I'm from Partnership for Kids. Thank you so much for being at school today. Sometimes it is a little bit hard to get up for school and get ready on time. And if you have some trouble getting up on time or getting to school on time, I have some tips for you. So my first tip is to use an alarm clock. An alarm clock will help you get up at the same time every single day. So you're not waking up late, and that means that you're not late for school, which is a really good thing. Another tip is to do as much as you can the night before school, so you're more prepared in the morning, because sometimes we are a little slower in the morning. We're just getting up, we're moving a little slowly, so it's hard to get all of our things done and get to school on time because of that. So if you could pack your lunch the night before, pick out your clothes the night before, and pack your backpack the night before, it's really going to help you in the morning, especially if you wake up late. If you wake up late and none of this is done, you're going to be even later for school. So it's important to just be prepared the night before, and that'll help you get to school on time. So our theme today is mindfulness, and mindfulness means paying attention and slowing down to really notice what you're doing. It's important to be able to stay calm when you're in a stressful situation or when things don't go your way. Sometimes it isn't easy to be mindful, but the more you practice it, the easier it'll become. So before we read our book today, I just wanted to tell you that a big part of being mindful is being a calm kid. So one way that I can be calm when I'm in a stressful moment or when I'm feeling angry or really sad or frustrated, I go to like an area where I'm all alone, where it's quiet, and I close my eyes and I take 5 big deep breaths, and that really helps me calm down. So when I come back to what I was doing, to what was making me frustrated or what was making me upset, I'm a lot more calm, which means I'm not going to react in a bad way. I'm not going to get really mad at something because I did go and I went and did my calm kids technique. So our book today is called Even Superheroes Have Bad Days, and it's by Shelly Becker. Okay, so we have Beastie, Zing, Thrash, and Lasherman. When superheroes don't get their way, when they're sad, when they're mad, when they've had a bad day, they could use superpowers to kick, punch, and pound. They could shriek, they could screech with an ear-piercing sound. They could crush wooden crates and bend metal gates. They could throw trucks and bushes across several states. They could knock over buildings like Tower of Blocks and crumble the streets into rubble and rocks. They could use laser eyes to ignite forest fires or fling boomerangs to deflate the town's tires. But upset superheroes have all sorts of choices. Instead of destruction and loud, livid voices, they burn angry steam off with speed of light hiking or super extreme outer space mountain biking. They race to the rescue of people in need and delight in the joy of a super good deed. They hatch super plans to help banish world sadness, building fabulous theme parks for giggles and gladness. They chase wanted bad guys with a supercharged zing, dragging hundreds to jail while police dance and sing. They track down and tame super menacing beasts and transform pity parties to victory feasts. But displeased superheroes who don't feel serene could have super temptations to cause a bad scene. They could blast icy blizzards on hot afternoons, or walloping twisters and monster typhoons. They could spin super webs super far, super sticky, and tangle up towns with their silk super icky. They could rotate the planet and mess up world time, or sit back and relax while the world fills with crime. When superheroes don't get their way, when they're sad, when they're mad, when they've had a bad day, they could super rampage. They could, but they don't. Because real superheroes just wouldn't. They won't. Instead, they dig down to their super best part, the strong superpowers contained in their heart, and using their talents as true heroes should, they battle the urge to do harm, though they could. They acknowledge their sorrow, their anger, their pain, as they wait for their super emotions to wane. It's okay if they frown, it's okay if they sigh, it's even okay if they slump down and cry, but then they get up and get on with their day. Saving the world in their most super way. Okay, well, I hope that you all really enjoyed that book. I thought there were a lot of examples of ways that you can be a calm kid in it. So if you could just pause the video at this moment and discuss what were some techniques that you saw in the book that the superheroes were using to be calm kids, and then unpause when you're finished sharing. Thank you. Okay, well, thank you so much to those of you who shared. A way that I saw the superheroes being calm kids was when they were talking about how they would go hiking or mountain biking. I thought these were ways that they were using to calm down. Exercise and getting up and just moving around a little bit can really help calm you down. That's why I like going for a short little walk just to breathe and get away from something is a good calm down technique. Now my next question for everybody is how can you be a calm kid? Whether this is, just taking some deep breaths, closing your eyes, going for a walk, maybe spending some time with a friend. If you could just pause the video at this moment and share how you can be a calm kid, and then unpause when you're finished, please. Okay, well, thank you so much to those of you who shared. I'm sure you all had some great ideas. I'm sure you remember mine. Mine was just going to a different room and taking a deep breath. Maybe some of you had the same one, which is totally fine. We can all have the same technique. It's not a big deal as long as it works for you. Whatever works best for you to calm down is what's best for you. So now that we have shared a little bit, I do have an activity for us that we can all do together that can help us be calm kids. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sit up straight and we're going to find 3 things that we can see right now. Again, you don't have to say it out loud right now. We're just going to think it in our head. So find 3 things that you can see right now. Okay, now we're going to find 2 things that we can hear right now. What are 2 things that we can hear right now? And then think them in your head with your 3 things that you can see. Okay, now we're going to find 1 thing that we can touch right now. What is 1 thing around us that we can touch? And we're going to think that along with our 3 things that we can see and 2 things that we can hear. Okay, so now that we have our 3 things that we can see, 2 things that we can hear, and 1 thing that we can touch, we're all going to take 1 big deep breath together so we can calm down before sharing. So everyone just sit up straight, and we're going to go in, count of 3, 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to go out. Okay, so now that we're a little more calmed down, go ahead and share the 3 things that you can see, 2 things you can hear, 1 thing you can touch, and you can unpause when you're done sharing. Okay, well, thank you so much, everyone, for participating in our activities today, for reading this book with me. If you haven't already received a copy of the book, you will, and you can take that home and read that with somebody in your house. Thank you so much again. I'm sure that you all saw my cat crawling around in the background. I'm sorry about that. She just kind of does her own thing. Her name is Ziggy, if any of you are wondering. But again, thank you so much and have a great day, first graders.